So my story problem is Miss Liberty ran 3/4 miles on Tuesday and 5/6 miles on Wednesday. How many miles did Miss Liberty run in all? So I know I want to find the total of these two fractions. So I'm going to be adding. Sadly, I can't just combine these two fractions to get 8/10. I have to first find a common denominator. If the fractions don't have the same denominator, we can't add them right away. We have to find the common denominator. So what I have here is I set up what's called a skeleton, and I circled our denominators, 4 and 6, and I'm going to write 4 on the top and 6 on the top. And I'm just going to figure out what the multiples of 4 and what the multiples of 6 are. So let's see, 4, 8, 12, 16, let's try 6, 6, 12, 18. I'm stopping there. I didn't go further because I already see something that they both share. They both share 12. So I'm going to circle those. And that is the common denominator for 4 and 6. They both share 12. So I'm going to write 12, and I'm going to write 12. I need to figure out, okay, well, what do I need to multiply by this denominator to get to 12? So 4 times what is 12? Well, I can always look up here. I know 1, 2, 3. 4 times 3 is 12. Whatever you multiply in your denominator for this fraction, you also have to multiply in the numerator. So 3 times 3 is 9. So I have 3/4 times 3/3 is 9/12. And I'm going to do the same thing below with 5, 6. 6 times what is 12? Well, 1, 2, 6 times 2 is 12. Whatever I multiply in the denominator of this fraction, I also have to multiply in the numerator of this fraction. So 5 times 2 is 10. Now I can add them up because they have the same denominator. So I'm going to keep my denominator the same, keep it as 12, and I'm just going to do 9 plus 10 is 19. But right now, this fraction is fine and dandy. I could say that Miss Liberty ran 19/12 miles in all, but I like to make it an even more simplified answer because right now this is a number greater than 1. If we look, the numerator is bigger than the denominator, so it's greater than 1. So what I like to go is, this is what I do, is I go, okay, what can I do, what can I take out that's a whole from this? Well, I know that 12/12 is a whole. So 12/12 plus blank 12ths is 19/12. Let's think. Well, how much more do I have to go from 12 to 19? 7. So my final answer is actually going to be 1, because 12/12 is a whole, and 7/12 miles in all. That's how many miles I ran in all.